5 centuries ago, a man wrote the operating manual for human nature. They banned his book, burned his words, and call him evil. Today, you will know why. They told you to be kind, to be honest, to be good, but they never told you how dangerous those words become in a world that feeds on perception. They told you to trust, to play fair, to stay humble. And that's why most men die unknown, unheard, and unrespected, because somewhere along the line, you were taught that power was something bad, that control was corruption, that reading people was manipulation, and that to be good, you must also be harmless. They lied to you. What I'm about to share will break that conditioning forever, not because it's new, but because it's forbidden. 500 years ago, a man named Niccolo Machiavelli wrote down truths so raw about human nature that the church tried to erase them. Yet every world leader, every strategist, every dominant mind since has quietly studied his words while pretending they didn't. Because in those pages lies the unfiltered map of power, how men rise, fall, and are remembered. It isn't polite, it isn't moral, but it is real. This isn't about theory. It's the manual behind the mask of every empire, every negotiation, every human interaction. It's how the game is really played. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. So listen carefully, because after this, the way you view people, power, and even yourself will never be the same. Before we go deeper, take a moment and make sure you're part of this journey. Subscribe to White Side of Black Coded, because here we don't just talk about success, we decode the silent forces that shape it. Every week, I reveal the hidden psychology behind wealth, power, and human behavior, truths most people will never hear in their lifetime. Let's dive in. The first revelation: emotion rules the world. Most of what you've been told about human beings is wrong. We like to imagine we're logical, rational, consistent creatures. We wear reason like armor. But beneath the surface, people are driven by one currency only: emotion. Every decision that ever shaped a life began with a feeling: fear, desire, guilt, pride. You can't reason with emotion, you can only direct it. Machiavelli understood this centuries ago when he wrote that men judge generally more by the eye than by the hand, for everyone can see and few can feel. People don't choose what's true, they choose what feels true. They don't follow the best argument, they follow the one that flatters them. That's why a good liar can rule over honest men. That's why a confident fool gets chosen over a humble genius. You've seen it. The friend who begs for advice but never takes it. The man who complains about being broke but can't stop spending. The woman who says she wants peace but runs back to chaos. We don't seek truth, we seek comfort. You can't change people by telling them the truth. You can only guide them by making the truth feel good to believe. Never argue with logic when emotion rules the room. If you want to influence, don't fight their feelings, frame them. Make your ideas feel like their ideas. Make your presence feel like safety. Because emotion always wins. The greatest persuaders don't debate, they seduce. They don't overwhelm, they align. They know that people aren't seeking truth, they're seeking a story that makes them feel significant. So learn to speak in the language of emotion. Calm voice, confident body, controlled energy. That's the unspoken tongue of power. The second revelation: loyalty without reciprocity is weakness. You were taught that loyalty is noble, that giving your all to friends, lovers, and employers makes you a good man. But what you were never told is this: loyalty without reciprocity is just slow suicide. Machiavelli once said, "Since love and fear can hardly exist together, if we must choose between them, it is safer to be feared than loved." And he was right. Because most people don't stay loyal out of love, They stay loyal out of benefit. When the benefit ends, so does the loyalty. Think about it. That friend who disappears until he needs something. That company that calls you family until the next round of layoffs. That woman who keeps her options open while demanding your commitment. That's not loyalty. That's convenience. The wise man gives loyalty like a weapon, carefully, deliberately, never blindly. He rewards those who reciprocate and withdraws it from those who don't. Weak men call this selfish. Strong men call it balance. Because loyalty unreturned is not virtue, it's vulnerability. And vulnerability in the wrong hands becomes a chain. Be loyal, yes, but only to those who've proven they can bleed for you as much as you would for them. That doesn't mean you become cold or paranoid. It means you give trust to those who earn it, not those who demand it. A lion protects his pride, not every animal in the jungle. Remember, the one who expects your loyalty without earning it is already planning to use it against you. So test people quietly. Observe their patterns. Watch how they act when there's nothing in it for them. That's where their real loyalty lives. And when you find those rare few who are loyal in silence, keep them closer than gold. Because in a world full of users, a loyal man is a priceless weapon. The third revelation, reputation is power. Your father probably told you to be yourself, to be authentic, to let people see the real you. But here's the uncomfortable truth. The world doesn't reward authenticity, it rewards perception. Machiavelli wrote, "Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are." The moment you understand that, you stop wasting energy trying to be liked. You start investing in being respected. Reputation is not about pretending, it's about positioning. It's the armor you wear before you ever speak a word. It's the shadow that walks into the room before you do. Every empire, every brand, every leader is built on this understanding. People don't follow truth, they follow narrative. Most men think reputation is built through honesty, but reputation is built through consistency, scarcity, and mystery. Be seen rarely, but when you are seen, command attention. Speak less, but every time you speak, make it matter. Reveal emotion selectively, not endlessly. People respect what they can't fully predict. They are drawn to what they can't fully possess. Authenticity doesn't mean showing everything, it means showing the right things. You can be genuine and still be strategic. In fact, that's the only kind of authenticity that survives in power. Think of reputation as gravity. Once it's strong enough, it pulls everything toward you. Opportunities, alliances, influence. They orbit around perceived strength. But lose your reputation, and even truth won't save you. So that's why the wise man guards his image not with vanity, but with awareness. He knows that perception is not illusion. It's a mirror of control. Remember this. If you don't control your reputation, someone else will. And once they define you, you're no longer the author of your own story. Build your reputation with precision, protect it with silence, and expand it through calculated mystery. The fourth revelation: prepare for war in peacetime. From childhood, we're taught to avoid conflict. Keep peace, stay agreeable, don't rock the boat. But peace without readiness is just surrender in slow motion. Machiavelli said, "There is no avoiding war. It can only be postponed to the advantage of others." Understand this deeply. Life is not the absence of conflict, it's the management of it. Whether you admit it or not, you're always in a silent war. A war for respect, for resources, for relevance.
In your career, someone wants your position. In your relationship, someone wants your place. In society, someone wants your obedience. You don't have to start battles to be a warrior. You just have to be too prepared to be an easy target. Train when others relax. Study when others sleep. Save when others spend. Build when others boast. Because the man who prepares for war in times of peace rarely has to fight one. Strength unspoken is still felt, and when people feel it, they choose easier prey.
The weak wait for trouble before they grow strong. The wise grow strong, so trouble never dares approach. Be both lion and fox, strong enough to end threats and cunning enough to avoid them. Preparation is quiet power. You don't announce it, you embody it. Every day you sharpen your mind, your body, your finances, your discipline. You build invisible armor, and the world feels that energy. You move differently. You speak differently. You look like a man who cannot be moved easily, and that alone changes how others treat you. Because in a world ruled by perception, preparedness is intimidation. The fifth revelation: strength is goodness, weakness is not. You were told to be nice, to please people, to be agreeable. But niceness is not goodness. It's fear in disguise. Goodness is strength under control. Niceness is weakness pretending to be virtue. That's why the world punishes nice men and rewards strong ones. That's why women say they want nice guys, but fall for men who command. Because deep down, everyone seeks security, and only strength provides it. Nice men avoid confrontation. Good men master it. Nice men say what's comfortable. Good men say what's necessary. Nice men seek approval. Good men earn respect. You can be kind without being soft. You can be compassionate without being compliant. People will test your boundaries. They will push to see if you'll fold. And the moment you do, they stop respecting you. True power isn't about aggression. It's about calm certainty. It's the quiet confidence that says, I don't need your validation to know my worth. That's why the powerful speak slowly, move deliberately, and rarely explain. Because control isn't just in what you do, it's in what you don't feel pressured to do.
A man who cannot say no is already enslaved by other people's expectations. But a man who can say no calmly, without fear of loss, commands respect without asking for it. Machiavelli warned, men are so simple and so much inclined to obey immediate needs that a deceiver will never lack victims. Don't be the victim. Be the man who sees through the illusion before it forms. Strength doesn't always roar. Sometimes it's silent presence. Sometimes it's walking away when others beg you to stay. Sometimes it's refusing to justify what you already know is right. Be good, yes, but let that goodness be backed by power. Because goodness without power is just the invitation for exploitation. The awakening. Now take a step back. You've just heard 5 truths that will reshape the lens through which you see the world. You now know people are emotional, not rational. You know loyalty is earned, not owed. You understand that reputation is armor, that conflict is inevitable, and that strength and kindness are not opposites, but allies. You see, the goal isn't to manipulate, it's to awaken, to stop walking blind in a world built on masks. Society wants you predictable. It wants you safe, compliant, polite, because compliant men don't challenge systems. But the moment you start seeing patterns instead of promises, everything changes. You become untouchable. Not because you're cold, but because you're aware. And awareness is the ultimate power. So, what do you do with all this? You study people, not to control them, but to stop being controlled. You choose loyalty, not out of fear of loss, but out of clarity of worth. You shape perception, not out of deceit, but out of intention. You prepare in peace, not out of paranoia, but out of respect for time. You act with strength, not to dominate, but to lead. And when the world calls you dangerous for it, smile. Because danger is only another word for awareness in motion. You now carry knowledge most men will never dare to face. Use it wisely. Use it quietly. Because once you master perception, the world bends differently around you. This is not the end, it's the threshold. Beyond it lies deeper laws, the kind that make people desperate to earn your approval, your presence, your respect. But those are not for the faint of heart. If this opened your eyes, remember, it was never just information. It was initiation. This is White Side of Black Coded. Subscribe not to follow trends, but to build timeless clarity. Every week we decode the psychology of calm power, wealth strategy, and emotional control from powerful figures like Machiavelli. And lots more, so you can think like the rich, move like the wise, and live like the three.